Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to Adjective Noun Gaming. It's the Division Dudes on Friday night once again. As usual, we will be doing our list at the top of the stream here, and then we'll be doing some Division
Oh yeah.
2 co-op gameplay. The list that we're doing tonight is our top 10 favorite athletes of all times, and then Mike has a top 5 athletes, I believe.
Yeah.
So we can get into your dad's list whenever you want. And Christa said she couldn't come up with it. She said, I don't really have a list, but I do have some athletes that I admire and appreciate. If you want to leave those in the comments, I will gladly read them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's go
Okay.
ahead and let's look at Mike's list, and then we'll go back and forth and do our top 10 here.
Okay. So my dad's only got 5 on here, but he's got a little prelude here.
Nice.
Okay. Hi, hey streamers. Top 5 favorite athletes. My top 5. You're kidding, right? Not honorable mentions. Number 1, A, B, and C would have to be Brandon, Alex, and Rick. Oh, Dad. In no particular order, I mean. In baseball alone. I have so many memories. Brandon driving in a walk-off run in fall ball. Alex's inside the park homer in Brewster. I remember that. Coach Brian told everyone Frankie would hit the first homer that year, and you did it without having the ball leave the park. I do remember that, actually. That was amazing.
Incredible.
And Rick getting a walk-off with a hit by pitch. That was the year he got hit about 10 times. I forgot. Rick just getting beamed left and right. And that's just baseball. I remember Rick, the lineman, running a leg of the 400-meter relay and doing pretty well. Alex picking off the pass in his first 7th grade football game. And I recovered a fumble in that same game. That was dope. And Brandon double striking in Baker games. Oh, bowling. Fucking make it at the districts? Oh, man, bowling was great.
Bowling was great.
So many proud dad moments during games and matches. But as Swirly will agree, games make up a really small percentage of an athlete's time in a sport. Practice is where individuals become a team and boys and girls become brothers and sisters. Can you hear me over the cricket?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I have way more dad memories there. Brandon nailing the final catch or throw and Coach Ganaba's around the horn throw and catch drill. At 80-foot baselines, that was hard. One miss and it was start over. Alex, the quarterback with the bum leg, standing as the only player to survive against the whole team in Coach Cottonbrook's tackling drill. I do remember that. It was like lay on the ground, like helmet to helmet. One guy would have the ball. You have to both get up and you have to either get 5 yards or tackle the guy before 5 yards. Mm-hmm. And if you were on defense, you stayed on defense until someone got by you. And I made it 12 rounds in a row. It was insane.
That's crazy.
Coach Jackson pulling Rick out of the block shedding machine gun drill because he was afraid Rick would murder the poor kid who was up. Yes, that is a proud dad moment. Then there are the moments when someone else comments on your athlete's character and ability. At the Central Football Banquet, when Coach Graze spoke of Rick's never quit, hard-working attitude. Alex voted team captain in bowling, and the boy whose name I can't remember who wanted to catch a fly ball, not like our star center fielder, but like Brandon. I don't remember who that kid was either on Brandon's team. So yeah, my number 1, A, B, and C, Rick, Alex, and Brandon. And I will hear nothing else. Hell yeah.
Rick would kill players in that drill.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, number 5. Really number 6, he says, since me, Rick, and Brandon are tied for number 1. Jimmy Johnson. The only driver to ever win the NASCAR championship for 5 consecutive years in a row. I was working for Lowe's at the time, and he made several videos for us as his sponsor. He genuinely made me feel like I was part of his team during those years. That's awesome that he was cool like that. I remember not being into, I'm still not really into NASCAR that much, but when he just kept winning it over and over again, I was like, this guy's a fucking boss.
I got into NASCAR because of my parents. My parents were always really big Dale Earnhardt fans. And so I kind of just became like a Dale and Dale Jr. fan because of my parents when I watched NASCAR. But if I had a favorite driver of all time, he'd be an honorable mention for my list. But Jeff Gordon was always my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Good old Jeff. Number 4. You probably know this, your wrestling days.
Oh, fuck yeah.
WWF superstar Chyna.
Hell yeah. Great pick. Hell yeah.
The first woman to ever hold the Intercontinental Championship. Built like a burlap bag of bobcats. Is that what they said, or did you just come up with that, Dad? Burlap bag of bobcats.
It sounds like something that Mike would make up for sure, but
she started her career wrestling men and winning. She definitely could have broken me in half, but
Oh, for
what a way
sure.
to go.
Yeah, seriously, honestly, yeah.
Number 3, Pat Tillman. This is a good choice. Do you know who Pat Tillman is?
I don't think I do. Give me the rundown.
Um, Pro football player, soldier, hero. To give up what he had, to serve as he did, to die as he did, and have his commanders try to cash in on his celebrity status the way they did is heartbreaking. He was the football player who was a defensive back for the Cardinals, I think, and he quit football after 9/11 to go serve, and he was in Iraq, and like his squad was like in this canyon, and like another squad was like up the hill, and
Yeah.
they were killed by friendly fire because they thought they were the enemy down there.
Damn.
And there was this big scandal of how they tried to cover it up, and it was just
Yeah.
this big thing that like
That's
he
crazy.
left to serve his country, and his fucking like brothers accidentally killed him. It was crazy. ESPN's done like every 8 year at his anniversary of his death, they show the story, so it'll probably be on there at
Your
some
dad
point.
said it's a line from a country song, and DB cards, yes. Um, and
Mm.
then Christa said no ranking, but the athletes that I love and admire are LeBron James, Jose Ramirez, aka Mad Dog,
Hell yeah, that's such a
Francisco
good name.
Francisco Lindor, Megan Rapinoe, and the whole U.S.
I forgot
women's
about her.
national team, Misty May and Carrie Walsh, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr., and Federico Higuain, which is, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a
Is this
Columbus
a
Crew
soccer
soccer
player?
player. Yep.
Yeah, Higuain.
The Crew just traded away one of our favorite players today, Will Trapp.
Oh fuck.
He's going to Miami, one of the newest teams.
I was
I
excited,
told
you know, they
Krista,
had a
I have a feeling, I have this bad feeling that this is going to be a throwaway season for the Crew because they're just waiting for that new stadium to get built for next year.
Yeah, which sucks because you're just the opposite. Like, oh, new
Yeah.
stadium, time to put some money into the team.
They'll do it as soon as it's next year, just not this year.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2, Len Dawson, a kid from Stark County who played for the Steelers, Browns, and Chiefs. Hall of Fame quarterback and Super Bowl winner. The
Nice.
first game I ever watched was the Christmas Day playoff game between the Chiefs and Dolphins. I remained a Chiefs fan until my dad converted me to the Browns, but he actually watched Lenny play in a game for Alliance. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I forgot he was from around the area. Also,
Yeah.
absolutely rooting for the Chiefs on Sunday. Agreed there. And my dad's number 1 all-time favorite athlete, Walter Payton. Sweetness. Fast enough to leave players behind, but tough enough to run them over. He was Barry Sanders and Earl Campbell in one. One of the biggest crimes ever is that his Bears only made it to one Super Bowl. Yeah,
Yep.
agreed.
It's true.
That's my list. Thanks for letting me contribute, Stream Dad. Hell yeah,
Hey,
Dad.
thanks, Stream Dad. Love you. Thanks for contributing a list, as always. And Krista, thanks for putting your list in the chat also. Your dad
Yes,
said
thank
friendly
you.
fire is a serious thing for soldiers to fear, but it happens and is made worse
Oh
when our
yeah,
country tries to hide it. Yep.
yeah.
All right,
Especially
so
where it probably was just a legitimate accident, and they're like, "Fuck, we
that's
can't.
it's very
We're
true.
America. We can never be wrong.
Yeah, of
We'll just
course not.
fucking make it so much worse."
So who went first last week with our list? Was it you or was it me?
It might have been me. If you want to go first this time, we can do it that way.
All right, so bit of an explanation. Alex is much more of a player fan than I am. Like I stick to my teams. Like I've liked the Lakers since I was a kid, but I haven't watched the Lakers every single season in a row. But at the same time, I also wouldn't be like, oh, I love Damian Lillard as a player, or like, oh, I love like Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? Like those guys are good, but I don't watch. I don't usually stray too far from my favorite teams or like my Ohio teams.
Yeah.
So I think that's my list is mostly about I not just like athletes obviously and the talent, but like which ones mean the most to me, which ones are the best people, and which ones like have nostalgia. So a lot of these are from like go back to as far as when I was a kid, and some of them are modern. It's a pretty good mix of both.
Yeah.
And it's mostly I think I've got well, I'll just wait and we'll talk about it at the end, like what our percentages like of sports and
Yeah.
our lists and stuff. But anyway, my number 10 is Mark McGuire.
Hell yeah.
Literally, him and another man that's on my list, another baseball player that I'll talk about on my list later. Literally, him and Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds literally got me to want to play baseball as a kid.
Oh yeah. Big
Playing,
Mac just fucking hitting tanks.
Yep, he absolutely did steroids, just like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa
Oh
did.
yeah.
But there's no goddamn doubt about it. But man, he was my baseball hero back in the day. So he had to be on my list no matter what. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my number 10. It's a lot of this is like baseball's always been like soccer and baseball have always been my two favorite sports, and so
Mm,
you'll see representations of that on this list. And obviously I pretty
yeah.
much like every other sport too, but those are always going to be my two favorites, I think.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say about steroids, like, it is what it is. Like, they
Yeah,
obviously broke the rules. But the thing is now with like baseball today is they didn't put steroids into the players. They put fucking essentially steroids into the baseballs. Like the baseballs themselves now are made to travel farther. So it's like, yeah, those guys did steroids, but they still hit 60 fucking homers.
yeah,
Guys nowadays are hitting like 35, 40,
yeah.
maybe one or two will push 50 in a year with like a juice baseball. It's flying farther than before. Like you give Mark McGwire or Barry Bonds one of those baseballs, they're fucking hitting 80 home runs.
It's very true.
The true power is insane.
To me, it's a really hard topic to talk about because it's so controversial. But it's like I think a far more egregious offense is what the Astros just did.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
that's like steroids are cheating in a form,
You
but
still got to be able to hit the
you
damn
still got to
thing.
be able to like make
Yes.
contact. Like steroids don't give you the ability to make better contact. They just give you more power behind your swing. And
Yeah.
overall, I think a lot of guys the idea was like maybe I'll hit more home runs, but it also probably just helped me feel stronger and feel better. And I think that's
Right.
why a lot of guys took them back in the day. They're very very bad. So Krista said she's happy that we agreed on something for once, and she said steroids are so bad for you though, especially the way they take them in the amount. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's no doubt, there's no debating
Small
that
wieners
steroids
all
are
over the place.
definitely. I have a small wiener as it is, and I haven't had steroids in my entire life. So what's that say?
Mine just
Um,
friggin' disappear.
Mine's just a scared little turtle hiding away. Uh, yeah. So your dad said, as I heard it, MM was good at using the next thing, which isn't banned.
Yeah. It's like they make it banned and they alter it just enough so it's technically not in the banned list, and then they eventually
Yeah,
catch on to that
at
and
the
then they have to
time.
change it
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
All right. So what's your number
Um,
10?
so before I do I lied about only having three. I have six actually honorable
Oh,
mentions. I'll just
honorable
rattle
mentions.
off
That's
real
right.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I get to my 10.
Okay.
So in no particular order, my honorable mentions are Nolan Arenado, the third
Hmm.
baseman for the Rockies right now,
Nice.
who almost got traded by them because the Rockies are a fucking dumpster fire of a baseball team
Absolutely.
and don't know what they're doing. He's a monster.
Yep.
He's a Cub, which I hated them in 2016, but I actually love him to death now. Javi Baez, who will be the cover boy
Yep.
for the new MLB the show, which I'm happy with that pick. He's
Yeah.
nasty.
He's a really good athlete.
Richard Sherman, who
I
will
love
be in
Richard
the Super
Sherman.
Bowl.
I really
Oh
do.
man, he's such a fucking good trash talker, and he's like in the scheme of football, like he plays in a system where like he's not like a one-on-one lockdown corner. Like he kind of
Yeah.
plays his zone.
Yeah.
Like he's still amazing, and he walks the walk and talks the talk. And
Yeah.
being a like secondary Seahawks fan,
Yeah.
Richard Sherman's so fucking fun.
That interception
Um,
he had for the 49ers in that most recent playoff game they played
oh
was
yeah,
so fucking disgusting. It's just
oh
like
yeah. Like
yeah.
that was man to man. Like he read the route and made the route faster than the wide receiver did. And it was
Hmm.
just like, all right, you're done.
Yep.
Excuse me, I'm like losing my voice already. Um, Omar Vizquel. Nothing else to say here. Indians fans, we all
He was
love
great.
him.
He was great. My mom was absolutely in love with Omar back in the day. That was her man.
Mine too.
Yep.
My mom, if Omar looked at her, my mom would literally pass out and fall on the floor.
My parents used to go to games just so she'd have a chance of like seeing him, and that was back in the days when it was easier to get autographs and stuff. So I think my mom
Yeah.
somewhere still has an autographed something by Omar. I don't know if it's a card
Oh
or
hell yeah, that's
something.
amazing.
My dad has been getting back into collecting football cards and stuff again. Like he's already
Oh
gotten
nice.
like a Baker like jersey card, an Odell autograph card, just from like packs, like pulling from packs.
Oh shit,
But
that's
he has a
awesome.
huge collection of like old, like he has like a Jim Brown autographed football that's like basically deflated. Like that's how old it is, but it's like in a
Oh
plastic
yeah.
display case. And your dad said, "Omar," he just had it with the chicks. He really did. He
Yeah,
was
he
a
did.
sexy motherfucker.
I met him at Tribe Fest
Hmm.
a couple years ago. It was me and John from my. He was on my channel for a
Oh
couple
yeah, yeah,
videos. Yeah, and this girl Katie, his one friend, uh, and we were walking up, and I was telling stories like, "Oh yeah, my mom like loves him. Like he was just the shit back in the day." And we
yeah,
walk up, and we're getting his autograph and stuff, and he just looks up at Katie, and he's just like, "Oh my god, I love your hair. Like I love that
yeah,
color. Like it's really flattering." And me and John just look at him, and we're like, "That motherfucker." He still got it. Like, look at this. Like, Katie was blushing all to hell. I was like, damn, this guy.
Yeah, it's
Colin
crazy.
Kaepernick would be a good pick, Christa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Two more. Stevie G, that soccer player from Liverpool I was talking about. Oh, you beauty! What the hit, son?
Did it kick you back to the main menu?
I don't think so.
It kicked me back to the main menu, so I guess I've learned my lesson about us actually getting into the game before we actually play.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right.
And my last
I literally didn't know anything about that Stevie G until you showed me the other day, and I was like, okay, I can get behind this.
Oh my god, it's to a point where while I'm talking about it, I'm putting this in the chat for everybody to watch out there, because it's the fucking greatest soccer video I've ever seen in my life.
And Christa
literally made me a Liverpool fan.
My dad has a bunch of metal cards, too, which are really, really cool.
Ooh. And my final honorable mention is Juan Soto from the Washington Nationals.
Nice.
Because that fucking swagger he's got is so good. He's the one that does like that lunge when he takes pitches and he grabs his dick and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And he, in the World Series this past year, Alex Bregman hits a home run. Probably got a fucking real nice trash can bang to let him know a fastball's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts walking to first base, holds his bat all the way until he gets to first base, and just tries to hand it to the first base coach, and they kind of drop it. It's he walked his baseball bat the whole fucking way down there. The very next inning, I'm pretty sure, Juan Soto's up. Justin Verlander, that fucking piece of shit, is pitching. Mm-hmm. And Juan Soto does that power take, grabs his dick a little bit, and you could see Verlander's yelling at him. He's like, "You don't fucking do that." It's on my plate, blah blah blah. He's yelling at him. Next pitch, he buzzes a fastball up and in and kind of backs him off. The very next pitch, Juan Soto hit the fucking most beautiful home run I have ever seen in my life. He hit it in the third fucking deck to right field, and Verlander's motherfucker, screaming. He's so pissed. So not only does he tell Verlander to go fuck himself, he then does what Bregman did and just walks the baseball bat to first base. And after the game, Alex Bregman's oh, I shouldn't have done that, blah blah blah, tries to backtrack on his cockiness, and Juan Soto just flat out was I just thought it was cool. I'd never seen somebody do that, and I was I want to do that, so I did. That's
so good,
so fucking good. But he probably should have been my actual number 10. But my actual number 10 is Max Scherzer, also from the Washington Nationals.
Is he the one that has the two different color eyes?
Yep, two different color eyes. I actually have his Funko looking right at me on my table here. He's just a fucking Jose Ramirez looks like a mad dog. Mad Max is a mad dog on the fucking mountain.
He's legitimately so mad. Yeah.
Oh, he's a psycho. Before the game, first pitch of the game, he's dripping sweat because you just know he put so much work into the pregame, and he's just so hyped up. Yeah. He's just disgusting. He's dripping all over the place, and he's cussing at himself. There's a clip of people zooming in on his mouth, and he's like, "You bitch, motherfucker! You're mine, motherfucker!" As he's in his wind-up.
I've seen that clip. It's so good. It's so fucking
so funny.
It's so good. He's so great. All right. Well, my number 9. Chris and I discussed this a little bit. The whole United States women's national soccer team would be them as a whole would be my honorable mention. Megan Rapinoe included. But my favorite, I love Mia Hamm. I love the old school soccer. But my favorite female soccer player is my number 9, Alex Morgan.
Hell yeah.
She's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
You beauty. Yeah, Christa, watch this video. Alex just put it in the chat. It's so fucking good.
Man, the commentary is the fucking best. What a hit, son! What a hit! Oh my god.
Fucking
so you say your number 9 was Alex Morgan?
Yeah, number 9 was Alex Morgan.
Oh yeah, because number 10 was Mark McGwire.
Yeah, what's your number 9?
My number 9, and this is a controversial statement in the world of sports in general, but I personally think my number 9, Mike Trout, is better at baseball than any other current athlete is at their respective sport. I think Mike Trout's a better baseball player than LeBron James is a basketball player, than Tiger Woods was at golf.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that LeBron's not good at basketball, because clearly he's very, very good at it. But Mike Trout is a fucking animal.
Mm-hmm. Just the gap. There's baseball's obviously an extremely statistical sport.
Yeah.
The big one is WAR, wins above replacement. It kind of quantifies everything a player does
Yeah.
and puts a number to like how many wins that player has like been worth in their career, like just having them on your team.
Yeah.
Mike Trout right now has a higher WAR than Ken Griffey Jr.
That's fucking insane.
He's like 27, 28, and he could retire today and like on a per year basis.
Yeah.
Been better than Ken Griffey Jr.
Which is just insane.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts how good he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't have he'd be higher on my list if he had. But I respect this too. Like he's not much for like the spotlight. Like there's no like big personality behind Mike Trout. Like he's kind of like a quiet, private guy who's like, I just want to play baseball. Like I respect that.
Oh yeah.
Like some of the bigger personalities are like easier to get behind. Like that's my favorite like athlete or whatever.
Absolutely.
Mike Trout's just a fucking beast.
All right. Well, my number 8, a little bit of speaking of controversy. This guy, it's kind of hard to tell what's been going on with him lately. He's kind of a sack of shit if you believe the allegations against him, but he's still one of my favorite soccer players of all time. My favorite international soccer team is Real Madrid, so of course I hated to see him leave, but I'm happy that he went with Juventus, which is like a really good underdog team that he's now like helping put them in the spotlight a little bit.
It's an Italian league team, right?
Yep. So my number 8, if you weren't aware, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Alex and I talked about this at lunch the other day.
Thunder thighs.
Yeah, Leo, he really does have thunder thighs. Leo Messi, by and away, is probably the best soccer player of our lifetime. I know a lot of people would say like Pele's the best of all time, but I would say that Messi's probably the best one that we've seen in our lifetime so far, but Ronaldo's right up there in that conversation. Like, Messi has him beat on stats and athleticism and a lot of other things, but I think Ronaldo is really good. It's a shame that he's like, I don't know if it was harassment or assault allegations or whatever he has against him, but he's still always going to be one of my favorite soccer players for sure.
Yeah.
So that's my number 8.
My number 8. My first football player on this list. I was torn between him and Aaron Rodgers for this spot, which Aaron Rodgers, they ended up not making my list at all, but I ended up going with Drew Brees as my number 8. I just feel like he's like, it's weird. It's still weird thinking that he's like the old man quarterback in the league now. Like he's like over 40. He's breaking all these records, but like the year that the Saints won the Super Bowl after Katrina, and just what like the whole city of New Orleans like went through, like Drew was like the hype man in the middle, like keeping them all together.
He was the guy.
And his like little like pregame speeches and like on the field where he's like screaming at everybody, like if you ever want to get hyped to shit, just look up like Drew Brees like huddle like monologue or something like that. And he just goes nuts. They're so good.
He's like the stereotypical like sports movie guy that like loses his shit yelling at his teammates.
100%, yeah. I for some reason it's like sticks out like all the like Super Bowl like celebrations like are always like, oh, it's a bunch of guys like doing a bunch of stuff. I remember when they beat the Colts, because that was the one that they won that year. He had his like little son when he was like maybe 1 year old, and he had like the big headphones on because of how loud it was, and the kid's just like looking everywhere like in wonder. And he's just like whispering stuff into his ear, and it's like he probably can't even hear what he's saying. He won't remember what you're saying, but you can just tell like that was like a big moment for the two of them, and like I just really like that.
Absolutely.
But Drew Brees is a beast.
All right, so my number 7, probably my favorite Cleveland Indians baseball player, like of the '90s era. Obviously, you had Kenny Lofton, you had Omar Vizquel, but my number 7 is Jim Thome. One of my favorite memories of Jim was watching him as a kid hit a home run so fucking hard and far that it smacked off the scoreboard at Jacobs Field.
Oh yeah.
And like when you think about how far that scoreboard is, like to clear the wall already is like a 300 something yard home run, I think, or maybe even like closer to 400. So I'm pretty sure to hit the scoreboard it was like a 500, it's just fucking insane. Or not but
I think Mark McGwire hit that
yards?
back wall too, actually. Feet, yeah.
Feet, yeah, 500
He
feet,
probably could hit it 500 yards. Fuck, if you ever give him a aluminum bat.
500 yards, God, can you imagine? Hit the fucking space.
Fucking 1,500 feet.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But no, yeah,
Oh my
he
god.
legitimately he's up there with Mark McGuire. Like that '90s Indians team was really that, and like my baseball heroes from the time, the Sammy Sosas, the Barry Bonds, the Mark McGuires.
Yeah.
It's what got me interested in baseball. Like not just being a Cleveland Indians fan, but back then I felt a lot better about being a fan of just different athletes because I think I told Alex about this at lunch the other day. But one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid was to play like RBI baseball and Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest and
Hell
do
yeah.
the AL All Stars versus the NL All Stars, and I would alternate. So I learned who the best players were every year because I kept playing the All Star games. And so it got
Mm.
me interested as a kid in like, man, these are like the absolute best of the best. But I don't do that anymore because, like I said, I'm more of a team guy. But I do still have my favorites
Yeah.
for sure. And your dad
Yeah.
made a good point. Jim Tony did it.
Oh.
Oh, fucking controller stopped. All right. Yeah.
I thought it was my controller stop, maybe.
Yeah, I have to remember to keep moving the
Oh.
thing every once in a while here.
Krista said, and actually all the cheerleaders from Cheer would make my list because they're so fucking good. Tips like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It looks so cool.
All right, so let's pick up the pace here. What is your number 7?
My number 7, the current MLB cover boy, Bryce fucking Harper.
Yep.
Bryce gets a lot of shit because he's like honestly the face of baseball, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the best player in baseball. Like
No.
if that was the case, it'd be Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Like he's just got this like competitive edge about him, and he's just
Yep.
a fucking like a true like baseball player, like playing hard, diving all over the place, like kicking ass.
Yep.
Love Bryce Harper.
Absolutely.
Oh, TJ's in there. What's up?
Hey, what's up, TJ?
Omar, hell
Number
yeah.
one, Omar Vizquel. Hell yeah. So Alex, the one thing I will say is that I really like all the players on your list, but I don't feel strongly enough about any of them to be like they're one of my favorites. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of guys in every sport that I watch that I admire from like a distance, kind of, but I don't nearly have the same like hands-on approach that you do with like as many favorites. Like, it's commendable, like keeping track of like, oh, number 2, Omar Vizquel, shocker.
Yeah.
What's number 3 gonna be? Stick around.
Well, a lot of mine come from like my secondary teams. Like when Bryce was on the Nationals, like they were my second team, and I mean, Bryce, I almost still think of as a national. I had Juan Soto, I had Max Scherzer, like mentioned, like
Yep.
they kind of are clumped together. But yeah, there's definitely more like random guys from different teams.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's like I said.
Fuck Steph Curry.
Fuck Steph
TJ's
Curry.
lying.
Fuck Steph Curry. Fuck him.
Oh.
Number 3, Vizquel Omar. Your dad said that's really funny. You guys are killing me. All right.
Omar Vizquel.
Oh yeah, Omir Vazquel. My number 6. Speaking of more controversy, this whole list is just full of controversies and shit. But my number 6 is my current favorite football player. Has been my favorite football player for quite a while, even when he was with the Giants. It's Odell Beckham Jr.
Hell yeah.
He's been one of my favorite receivers for a long time. Probably one of my all-time favorite wide receivers and just overall favorite football players of all time. I know that shit with him slapping that cop's ass, which shouldn't have been a big deal in the first place. I know that's a big controversy right now, but fucking love the guy. I'm happy that he's hyped to be in Cleveland because not many people pull that off, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 6.
Oh yeah, I love Odell.
Yeah, me too.
Best catch of all time. I'll fucking fight anybody over that.
Yeah, and he's a good guy too. Krista makes a good point. He is a good guy outside of football. And TJ said honestly, probs LeBron number 1.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We'll get to LeBron.
Oh yeah, we will.
Number 6. So my second favorite team are the Seahawks. I had Richard Sherman as a honorable mention already. Beast mode.
Yep.
Marshawn Lynch, number 6.
Hell yeah.
When Marshawn, he came back looking a little chubby, but just Marshawn being in the league, I don't even care. Like that earthquake run against the Saints in the playoffs, the fucking Darren Sharper, hold my dick, that whole thing. Did you ever see that video?
Yes, it's so good.
Oh my god. So it got taken down because the NFL fucking sucks with their copyright shit for a while, but I think it somehow got back on YouTube. But yeah, just Marshawn Lynch. Like I remember watching him at Cal, thinking he was a beast.
Yeah.
Then he was at the Bills. And then he went to Seattle and that whole earthquake run. And beast mode's a monster. The toughest runs ever.
Your dad said
fuck you, Gumby.
Your dad said they're talking trade again, and then Krista says actually Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski would make my list too. Sorry,
Gronk's such a fucking football frat guy. It's so funny.
Fuck the Patriots. You want to talk about the poster
Gronk was
boys?
fun.
You want to talk about the poster boys for white privilege? It's the entire Patriots organization.
Yeah.
So let's see. Did you give yours? Yeah, it was your number 6,
Yep,
right?
number 6.
Okay. So my number 5.
Fuck you too.
My number 5. I've seen a lot of people lately, of course. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I don't know how we've gone this far into our athletes list without talking about it, but I figured this is the best time for me because my number 5 is Kobe Bryant. To be clear, I literally made this list last Friday after we got done streaming. After we talked about it, I made this list on Friday and Saturday. If I would have known that Kobe was going to pass away, it wouldn't have changed my list, but it would have made me maybe look at my list a little bit differently. It's hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. It's just like it'd be like if Ken Griffey died or something. Like I grew up watching.
It's like 2 years after he quit playing.
Yeah, I grew up watching Kobe play. And speaking as somebody who has said numerous times tonight, I haven't just liked players for the most part. Like Kobe and Shaq got me into the Lakers. Like I would have never ever been a Lakers fan if it hadn't have been for them. And
I haven't watched it, but I want to watch Shaq's speech about because I heard he gets teared up, and that would get to me knowing the beef they had, but they eventually got it back. And
there's a video, the Shaq video, but then the video, all the stuff that his wife's been posting, it's been really hit me hard.
That Sports Center anchor story was really powerful. I'm a girl dad.
Yes. So I'm not going to talk about it too much more. But that's my number 5. I know a lot of people are out there saying Kobe's my absolute favorite, always has been and always will be. I'm not going to be that asshole that all of a sudden is putting him at my number 1 because that's just not true for me. But he is one of the greatest to ever play basketball. If you don't see that, then you're blind to the sport. LeBron is 100%. The greatest of our generation. Michael had his place in greatness, but Kobe is right up there with him in that conversation. His legend is never going to die. So that's
there was Michael, then Kobe took over for him, and then LeBron took over for Kobe.
Yeah.
Just past that mantle. So that was my one big when I wanted the Cavs and Lakers to play in the fucking finals. So fucking, can you imagine LeBron versus Kobe finals? How sick that would have been.
It would have been so great.
Oh my god, they couldn't be good at the same time.
When they did play each other too, they were very competitive. But there's not anybody out there that LeBron has played against that he's genuinely had a rivalry with. It's been pretty friendly rivalry, even with Steph and Draymond. They respect each other.
Yeah.
And in a way, I know some people were oh, basketball's gotten soft. There's no such thing as a genuine rivalry because they always hug each other at the end of the games and shit. I love it. I love the camaraderie, honestly. But your dad said, so your take, do they change the logo? That's a really, really difficult decision that obviously I'm in no position to be yeah, they should do it or yeah, they shouldn't. I think that there's a way that they could honor him somehow in the logo without making the logo just a picture of him or changing the logo to his number. They can incorporate something into it. But tonight, I don't know if you guys saw, but tonight the Staples Center is all decked out with Kobe stuff. So that's what I'll be doing at 10 o'clock, which, by the way, it is 8:50 already. So we got to pick up the pace on this list here. But Andy's in the chat, and he says sports bad.
This is the good side of sports that changes lives outside of the game.
Yep, that's what we're talking about. Yep.
The only thing I'll say, I can see the Lakers at least, maybe the entire NBA retiring 24 and or 8 forever. That would be the big thing. I
think they should.
The Lakers for sure will.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 5, the only Browns player on my list. He is without a doubt the best Browns player they have had since they came back in '98. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and if not, it's some fucking bullshit. Number 5, Joe Thomas.
Yep.
Absolute fucking diesel train.
Not only that, but you want to talk about players in the 2000s not being loyal to one team for a long time. Joe Thomas was nothing but loyal to the Browns for a very long time. Talk about the ultimate team player. It's literally him.
Oh yeah.
All right, so my number 4.
So you're 5?
My number 4, yeah, because Kobe was my number 5. So speaking of basketball legends, Space Jam's own Michael Jordan is my number 4.
Hell yeah.
I'm happy they're bringing back Space Jam 2 and LeBron's getting a chance to do what Jordan did. You know, I think kids are going to love Space Jam 2, and it's going to give them a chance to feel the way we did when we watched Space Jam. But
oh yeah,
Jordan's up there for me. He was one of my heroes as a kid. It was just unreal watching him play. The flu game. You know
Oh yeah.
And I
game
can't
after his dad.
I can't believe I talked about Kobe and didn't mention the non-flinch, like when he didn't flinch when Barnes was in his face with that ball. And he like put it in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what a fucking legends. Absolute fucking legends.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Jordan's my number 4.
Joe Thomas does still rep the Browns hard, even on like NFL Network and shit. It's so great.
He really does. Yeah, he's the ultimate team
He looks
player.
fucking good now too. Like he slimmed down.
Yeah.
Like Joe Thomas is just a truck. I love him. I love that he was fishing with his dad when he got drafted. He's like, oh, what? Number 3 overall? Cool. All right, I'm gonna go fish some more.
Yep.
Number 4. Someone else who hasn't been on the list yet has passed him now, I think. But my previous favorite Indians player of all time. We talked a little bit about the 90s teams with Omar, and you got Jim Thome on there. The reason I wore number 7 growing up, Kenny Lofton.
Hell yeah.
First game my dad ever took me to, they were playing the Mariners in like 2001. It was the year the Mariners won like 116 games, and I think that's still the record for wins in a season. And they ended up making the wild card that year and played the Mariners in the playoffs. But we were in right field, and 2001. And Kenny Lofton, he was already. It was like him or Omar. Like I couldn't tell who my favorite player was.
Yeah.
And I watched Kenny Lofton rob a home run like 50 feet in front of me, and watched the glove like snap back and everything. I was like, all right, yep, that's it. Kenny Lofton, 100%.
Yep.
Absolute favorite. Love some Kenny. And when he came back in 2007. When they made that ALCS run, and he was on the team again. I was like, old ass Kenny getting like 2 hits a game against the fucking Yankees. Like, this is amazing.
Yep, absolutely. TJ's in the chat. He said that was 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And Christa said her numbers when I played sports was always 4 or 14.
Hell yeah.
All right, top 3. We're down to the nitty gritty. All right, my number 3, the best baseball player of the 90s in my mind, Ken Griffey Jr. is my number 3.
Hell fucking yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
Oh my god, I didn't put Ken Griffey Jr. on my list. Holy shit, scrap the whole fucking thing.
Throw it in the fucking trash.
The only like old school baseball players I was thinking of when I did were Indians players. Holy, we already talked. Holy fuck.
We've said Griffey's name about 100 times tonight too.
All right, well, he's number 5. Max Scherzer got Max Scherzer's kicked into honorable mentions. Everybody else slides down. Joe Thomas is number 6. Ken Griffey's number 5. Kenny Lofton's number 4. Continue.
TJ says Uncle Mike is going to get mad, but number 26 is my favorite number because of Rod Woodson.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, Ken Griffey, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, all those baseball players we got to grow up watching in the 90s. Ken Griffey was my favorite out of all of them. He was my baseball hero for whenever I was a kid. He was the reason why I started playing the game myself. All right, what is your number 3?
I'm so fucking mad that I forgot about the kid. Holy shit. Okay, my number 3. My current favorite football player is not a Browns player. Russell Wilson.
Yep.
Love me some Russell Wilson.
I saw
Started from fantasy.
Yep.
Oh yeah. My top 3 are pretty solid. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel good about the order I did it, but on any given day they could jumble around.
Yeah.
But yeah, Russell Wilson's just a fucking monster, and he's a really good dude in real life too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sierra is pregnant again. He put on Twitter the other day. I think it's their 3rd kid now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish Russell Wilson would get me pregnant so that I could have some money.
Fuck yeah. I'd mother his child.
I would too.
Yeah.
Who among us wouldn't, really? All right, so my number 2 is my current favorite baseball player and has been since he joined the Cleveland Indians. Francisco Lindor is my number 2.
Also my number 2.
Yeah,
so I think we have the same top 2 again.
Yeah, I think we do. So do you want to go in on this number 1 together at the same time?
Hell yeah. LeBron
James.
LeBron James.
What's up? My name is
Cleveland
Trey.
Legends.
I'm a point guard. I got a basketball game today.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Frankie's grand slam in the playoffs.
Yes.
Fucking chills.
And you were there for it, weren't
Santa Maria!
Were you there for that one, or was that a different one?
Oh yeah, that was the playoff game I went to with Billy that year.
Yeah.
When Tiff and I bought season tickets for 2018.
Yeah.
Buying them at the time got you into one of the early waves of playoff tickets before they got crazy. So it was like $70 for standing room tickets, which are normally like $15, but it was so worth it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That extra innings, it was fucking insanity.
All right, well that has been our top 10 favorite athletes of all time. If you missed the top of the stream, don't worry, we do archive all of our streams to our YouTube channel, Adjective Noun Gaming. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you haven't already. We are now going to play some Tom Clancy's The Division 2, picking back up where the Division dudes left off last Friday. Christa said Rajay Davis would be on his list too, considering he gave us hope in the World Series. Yeah, that, you want to talk about chills, the moment that he hit that home run in that Game 7.
I started hyperventilating. I honestly thought in that moment, that was the only time I thought we were going to win it.
Yep.
After we started blowing the 3-1 lead.
Absolutely.
When we went up 3-1, I remember Kipnis hit a 3-run homer while we were already winning in Game 5 to really solidify it. And I was like, oh yeah, we're done. It's over.
Yep.
But yeah, from that moment until the home run. Oh, Rajay.
Your dad says, so does everyone know what a no-no-go-go is? Not sure that I do.
I don't know, Dad.
Are you in the White House right now?
I'm joining in your game. There it goes. It finally went.
Well,
I think I ran outside.
What were we doing last time? Were we just doing side missions or main missions or what?
I think we did maybe one main.
We should do... Okay, so here's what we're going to do once you get into my game, if we can do it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it's not going to let me...
I'm in there.
Oh, we haven't unlocked that yet. Shit. Because I want to get to, I don't know if it's marked on your map for you, but this main mission, this level 5 main mission at the museum. This is a really cool mission that I want to do, but it's going to take us a while to get over there. So what we'll do is, on the way, if we see that safe house, we'll unlock it if we encounter it.
Okay.
And he says, did my list go through? Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christa said about Kluber dropping the ball. Towards the end there, I'm kind of happy that we got rid of Kluber when we did, because he was losing his steam and his value really quickly. And I'll never forget what he did for the team for sure. But I think it was time. I mean, if they would have kept him, he probably would have either been injured for the majority of the season again, or given us another lackluster season. Honestly, so
the most frustrating thing is in the moment, all these moves just they're done out of what can we do to save some money.
Yeah.
And then it almost feels like the Indians get lucky in that they also kind of dump guys at the right time.
Yeah.
I was pissed that they didn't bring back Andrew Miller, but then he had a really off year.
Yeah.
So well, maybe he wasn't worth the $12 million he got last year or whatever. But the thing is, they weren't making those decisions based on projecting forward. They were like, fuck that, we gotta save money. And and they just so happen to be right sometimes. I guess it works out, but it's still frustrating that they're not going for it.
It is.
Cookie for sure.
So your dad said he missed our number 1 and number 2. So me and Alex's 1 and 2 were the same. Number 2 was Frankie, and number 1 was LeBron.
Yep. I almost put Frankie over LeBron, but I was like, well, because the thing is, today, it's probably Frankie, because now that LeBron's gone, I still love him, but
yeah,
I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm not necessarily a Lakers fan. I'm cool with the Lakers now, especially that he's on it.
There's a shade tech over here by me.
Oh shit. Oh,
hey, Aaron's
up,
in
Ben?
the chat. Oh yeah, I forgot Ben.
Man, who the fuck's Aaron?
Bleaser69.
Aaron doesn't show up.
Yeah, Aaron never comes into our streams. It's always just this Bleaser.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is Cookie's still he's still on the team, and he's planning on playing and stuff now, right? Is he in remission?
Oh yeah, he was able to come back right at the very end.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I have this terrible thing with the Indians now, ever since 2016. I mean, they played their fucking hearts out in 2016, don't get me wrong, but I felt so burned by that experience of finally getting my hopes up that every season since then has just been a massive disappointment. And so
honestly, I think 2017 was so much harder for me because 16 felt oh god, we were hurt and we still essentially blew the World Series. So I was like, oh, next year we're the favorites. Like, everyone will be healthy. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't, like, go back to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just shit the fucking bed so hard.
Oh, for sure. Alright, I'm throwing down my turret to help us against these guys here. That sniper turret's working wonders on him pretty good there.
Hell yeah, it is.
Sniping from like 2 feet away, though.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, by all means don't consider me a fair weather fan, because we literally, Christa and I, whenever Indians games are on, we're genuinely so fucking happy to just have a team that we can watch every game if we want.
Oh, I love just casually watching a baseball game.
Like I literally don't care, like, for the most part, unless it's like a big stakes game if they win or lose. I just love watching them play. Like, most other sports I watch, I genuinely care about the outcome of it, but there's so many games in baseball. Like, if you're getting upset in the first couple months of baseball, what are you doing, honestly?
Right.
Because any team can turn around a bad first couple months. And so, like, when I say that they've been disappointing to me, I mean, I'm always going to love the Indians as long as I live, but it's just so hard to go from being in the World Series to not being in there every year since then.
Yeah. And I love the players that are currently on the Indians and the team themselves, the uniform on the field.
Yes.
I will love. It's just I have so many big problems with their front office right now that...
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, you just to be an Indians fan, you just end up having to, like, bring down your expectations of something like that, because it's like the current team or the current front office, these guys just fucking teleported right in front of me.
Yeah, they did.
Will not really go for it financially. Like 2016, we were good. They traded for Andrew Miller, so they gave away like a little bit of our future to get better. And then all right, they signed Edwin Encarnacion, that was pretty good. They signed their one guy. And then, the second it starts looking sort of bad, they just give up immediately. Where, if they would have just kept adding a piece or two, sign guys for, 3 or 4 more years to, keep that core together for, a solid 3 to 4 year window, and then if you wanted to blow it up, sure.
Yeah.
But
that's just unfortunately, that's
they
the way
ended it before they gave them a real
goes,
good chance.
honestly. I mean, the Cavs are guilty of doing it, and the Browns are guilty of doing it for sure, but I think the Indians have been the most egregious offender of that in the recent years since that World Series.
Yeah. It's just the whole, no salary cap in baseball just makes it really tough, because almost every team technically has the money to, be those big... That fucking flamethrower is disgusting. Jesus.
Yes, holy shit.
Oh my God.
I forgot how good it is.
Holy hell. I will take that.
I'm trying to figure out if my drone was, shooting them. I can't figure out what was going on there. I think you can get hurt by the flamethrower if you step in front of it, so yeah, deactivating it would probably be a good idea, and then I'm going to deactivate my little guy here.
Yeah. I was going to say, hard to compete when rich teams are cheating, right, TJ?
Yeah, that's very, very true, honestly.
Well, it's funny, too, because I saw some Astros fan, actually, on Twitter, I saw... did a breakdown of the different players on the 2017 team, analyzing their at bats and pitches seen versus how many trash can bangs were made.
Yeah.
So it was what player had the highest percentage of pitches they saw that a bang was made, so they knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And number 1 on that list was Marwin Gonzalez. Yep. And he was really fucking good. And I remember he was a free agent last year after 2018, and I was like, man, the Indians should go get him. He's a really good hitter. He can play anywhere on the field. He'd be great. And then he went to the Twins and was literally a 140 hitter. He was fucking terrible.
Yep.
So now I'm just like, oh, I wonder why. He didn't have anybody fucking letting him know what was coming.
It's, like I said, I think I said this on last week's stream or one of the other streams, I truly think it's not realistic, and it sets a really horrible precedent for things going forward. If there was a way to make that entire fucking team and organization sit out for a season, that's what I would be all for. I think they've forfeited the right to play this season. That's just me. Even though it happened a while ago, the fact that they're being caught now means they need to be reprimanded for it now, not just this slap on the wrist bullshit that always happens. They need to actually be punished. And now, granted, I'm a Red Sox fan too, just as much of a Red Sox fan as I am an Indians fan. So I'm unhappy to see Alex Cora go because he's the one that led us to the World Series recently. But he was part of that. He was complicit in that.
Yeah, he started
thing.
it.
He started it. So he's like I've lost all respect for that man. I'm happy that he was with the Red Sox and got us to a World Series and got us to win one again. But I just yeah. I have no respect for anybody that, like, because it's already, like, I'll never understand, like, you're playing, like, the game that you always wanted to play. Like, I don't see anybody's reason for cheating. Like, you're making money doing the thing that you want to be doing. Like, just play the game, you know?
Yep. I'd say there's so much money, like, more money and accolades to be had from winning that it's, like... And then they set that precedent of, like, well, if we get caught, like, alright, well... Like, AJ Hinch is like, well, I can't work again. But, like, I still won a World Series, technically, even though, like, society knows it's bullshit. Like, to me, the Astros aren't fucking World Series champions anymore. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yep.
But they technically still are, which kind of sucks.
I'm gonna throw a grenade right on this motherfucker, land on this crate right here, get him up.
Yeah, what's this idiot doing? He's like, oh god! Like, where was he trying to hide right there?
I have no idea.
Because it's one of those, like... If MLB actually did take the World Series from the Astros, like, that almost turns into, like, it's more of a black eye on the league than it is for the Astros.
Because then it's like, do you take away, like, the individual titles from them and stuff, and then, like, do you have to crown new World Series champions because of that? Like, to me, at the bare minimum, they need a giant asterisk by that World Series. Like, in the history books, when we look back on
Don't let them show off that trophy.
Yes. Yeah. So... Yeah, it gets complicated the more you think about it, because sitting them out of season sets a precedent that I don't think anybody's ready to deal with, and like taking it away from them also sets another pretty dangerous precedent. Like, as much as I want to see them punished, I don't think I can't come up with a solution personally myself that's better than what they did, but there has to be a better way to punish somebody for cheating than what they ended up coming up with. But yeah. So I don't know.
This area looks eerily familiar to a section Division 1 that I remember.
Yeah.
Like a long hallway with vans on it.
Yeah, for sure. College football titles get vacated all the time. That's true. That's a good point.
Fucking Ohio State technically didn't win the 2013 Sugar Bowl, whatever that was, because they fucking sold their own shit.
Yeah.
College football is such a fucking... just absolute nightmare because every single team is doing it.
Yeah, and
I don't know how the fuck Nick Saban hasn't got caught yet. Cause I just refuse to believe that they're not because everybody else is.
Yep. They're not special.
2011. That's right.
Because players got free tattoos. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
For fucking real. All right, I'm gonna throw this turret down. Where do you think I should put this turret? I was going to toss it over by that globe where they're at, but then I feel like it's going to be blocked by that globe. I'm going to throw it, like, on the other side to aim up at the stairs, and then I'm going to put my drone out here. Alright, it's go time, baby. Okay. So, yeah, my turret's only going to be able to aim at things on the left side, but the drone should be covering other people. Or it'll just go after the guy on the left side, too. Cool.
Yep, super good. Well, the left side's a good place for it now. Got a perp over here.
Yep.
Oh god! Fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
Definitely just shot you thinking that you were the guy.
Yep. That's alright, I think it worked because I didn't shoot him once, I punched him and he died.
Okay, we got him.
I'm definitely feeling more comfortable with the cover and stuff, like...
Yeah.
It's got like a flow to it that is very particular, but yeah.
Like, the more you play it, like, especially if we were playing it more than once a week, you would definitely get the hang of it really quickly. But the Division has its, like, own style of cover shooting that's really unique that I don't think any other game has done.
Mm-hmm.
Closest thing would be, like, Gears of War, and I still... Like, Gears of War is a good game, but that cover system can be really clunky at times.
It's very clunky, yeah.
So...
That's absolutely one that you just, like, have to get used to.
Yeah.
Just because everyone's so big and bulky and, like, not agile at all.
Before you unlock that door, let's see if we can loot this room at all and see if there's anything in here. This is like whenever I started
It's the second one, TJ.
Yeah, this is the second division.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Ben and I were playing this is like the level where I started having like my computer issues and I couldn't load in
Oh
the
yeah.
textures and stuff. So I remember we walked into this room and it took me forever. Like that globe just looked like a big gray bulge. And then later, like we were not going to get to it tonight, and I don't even know if we'll get to it next week. But within the next couple weeks of playing Division, we should get to the space, or not space, but oh wait, I guess are we in a space museum?
This looks like it, honestly. Yeah, there's like drones and satellites and shit everywhere.
Okay, this might be it then. Maybe it'll just be the next room or something. There's like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Remember I showed you that picture of that rocket that was all fucked up looking?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if that was in here or if it's in a different building, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is this one.
Mm-hmm. TJ, you making any more GTA videos soon? Is your sinus infection getting better? Gotta get them Let's Plays.
Oh yeah.
Did you play GTA 3? I never really got into them much until 5, honestly.
I loved 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Those are the ones that I played as a kid, and I was super into it. And honestly, I think I've played 5 the least out of all of them.
Okay. I like beat the story of 5, and I never touched. Like I didn't do any online or anything.
Yeah. It's Rockstar Games anymore these days, especially after feeling really burned by Red Dead 2. Like the controls just feel so fucking janky in those games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's odd how like
fuck, they just got melted. That's amazing. Jesus, that drone.
The old Rockstar games don't feel they feel clunky, but like it was passable back then because we were playing PS2 games. Electronic device detected.
Like LA Noire, the running is so fucking dog shit, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here we go. I found a cell phone right over here to pick up.
Okay.
Not that we'll probably ever get all of them, but
flame on, bitch.
Flame on.
And then the drone just fucking shows itself on the back corner.
Have we did you agree with me and Christa when we said LA Noire is our favorite Rockstar game? Were you on that too, or is there another game you pick over that?
That's definitely my number one, yeah.
Okay.
Bully's number 2. But like I said, I never got super into the GTA, so there might be one that...
So, I remember you saying you wanted to get into like Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and stuff. I think you owe it to yourself to at least try one of the old GTA games. They do a bundle every so often that has those for PS4, and that's how I got them. And I think you get 3 Vice City and San Andreas. The deal at the time was like $15, which was an amazing deal for those 3 games because there's so much content in them. It's ridiculous.
Hell yeah. No, TJ bought me San Andreas for PS2 at one point. I have it somewhere. Oh, it's a bundle on PS4 too?
Yeah, the PS4 bundle is the way that I've been playing them. Like I
thought it was Steam for some reason.
I haven't played them very recently. Like I think like 2018 was the last time I felt like going back and playing part of one of them. But 3 was like the first PS2 game that I played that was like open world, and it showed me like the possibilities of what that system could do at the time. And it got me really into GTA. And I have a story that I tell about for one of my birthdays. It had to have been when Vice City first came out because it was still $50. But my grandparents took me to Walmart, and they had no idea what kind of video games or any of my hobbies really that I was into. So they took me to Walmart and they said, okay, you can pick out one thing for your birthday. It can be anything, because really at Walmart, like what really could a kid pick out to be that expensive, you know? So they were like, you can pick out one thing and we'll buy it for you for your birthday. And I was like, cool. So of course, me being fucking nerdy kid with a PS2, I was like, I'm gonna look at these PS2 games. So at the time when you're a kid, and it was we didn't really have, we had dial-up internet, I think, so it was hard to get information. So I honestly don't even think I knew that Vice City was out until I saw it in the store that day. I was like, and this is this is coming off of months of playing GTA 3 over and over again. So it was like revelatory and like earth-shattering to me that there was another GTA out already. So my grandparents said, okay, is that the thing you want? And I said, yeah. And so they're okay. So I was like really surprised because they're really frugal people. And I was like, oh man, they're going to buy this $50 game for me. Okay, fucking rad. We get up to we get up to the counter. We get this fucking bullshit ass do-gooder who is like, oh, how old's your grandson? And they told him, and they were like, well, ma'am, I feel it's my obligation to tell you that this game is rated M for mature for the following reasons. And they then went on to tell
your obligation to shut the fuck up.
Yep, they told my grandparents about, like, hooking up with prostitutes. They talked about shooting people's heads off. They talked about the swearing, the drugs, the drinking. And my grandparents looked at me and said, no way. And they made me put it back. And then we ended up leaving Walmart, and I didn't get anything. So,
oh my god.
To whoever that person was, to this day,
if you're watching out here,
giant fuck you.
Yes.
Giant fuck you. And just do your fucking job. Like, you're not helping anybody out.
How old did you say you were?
I mean, definitely too young to be playing Grand Theft Auto, but my parents bought me the third one and had no problem with it. And had my grandparents, like, if this was in an age where, like, my grandparents could have called my parents on a cell phone, that conversation would have been over so fast. They would have been, because later on, my parents they bought it for me for my birthday, like, a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And so, like, all is right in the world, and I got to play that game, and it's always going to be one of my favorites. But in that moment, that was, like, the first time I probably ever truly raged as a kid. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, yeah.
I found a room over here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I heard about the Steam version being bad, TJ. Yeah,
like super buggy or something.
The PS4 collection's the way to go. I think that Jack and Daxter collection, I think full price normally it's like $30, which is still a good deal. But they do deals on that and the GTA collection all the time, and they do them separately too. So like honestly, you could get GTA 3 or Vice City for like $5 probably.
Damn.
And at that point, it's like you might as fuck them well, you know.
Yeah.
But, or if you ever feel the hankering to play 3 or Vice City or San Andreas, just let me know, because I got them installed. So if you ever want to come over and fuck around with those, just let me know. We can play them.
Hell yeah. Drop my turret right behind you.
Yep, I'm going to put my drone out. Help take care of these guys here.
I'm still definitely liking single shots more than...
Oh, really?
Autos, yeah.
I've never been much of a single shot guy myself, but if you know how to pull it off, you can do some damage with them.
Yeah, like I'm still definitely like going for the body shots more, but
yeah,
just because they run around so damn much, it's really actually hard to get fucking headshots.
Yep.
Unless they get to that point where they're just in cover and they're popping up at the same spot.
They came out right behind me. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Turret out.
Watch my six.
Watch my six. Alright, I'm gonna heal up here.
Isn't there a fucking Five Finger Death Punch song or something about Watch My Six or something like that?
I think so, for fuck's sake. Now you put that back into my mind. I thought I had erased Five Finger Death Punch from my brain.
Oh man, they got some bangers though.
They're okay. I think I strongly dislike most of the people
yellow
that
behind
listen
us.
to Five Finger Death Punch more than I actually dislike the band.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, because what was that one song they had off like one of their first albums? And I'm trying to think of what it was called that I liked. I don't remember what it was called.
I had the album like Wrong Side of Heaven or something like that. There was 2 parts to it.
Yeah, that
was the first one I got super into, and that made me want to go back.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, should we discuss the Fast and Furious 9 trailer? Do you have much to say about it?
I was going to say, I just looked over to say what Christa said. I'll say my little piece first, because you're definitely the bigger fan than I am.
Yeah.
I'm invested to the point now where I think the movies are cool enough, and like Hobbs and Shaw, I had such a fucking blast seeing that movie, that like I know it's going to be a good time to see it.
Yep.
I think this trailer, like my gut instinct reaction was probably my least favorite of the like counting Hobbs and Shaw, maybe like the last 3 or 4 of these, like that first trailer, because usually there's just like I said, Hobbs and Shaw had that moment where the fucking Rock just like pulls the helicopter out of the sky by a chain, and I was like, okay, this is fucked in the best way possible. And like the driving on the bridge and the like jumping off that cliff to let your car, like that's still pretty cool. But like for whatever reason, it didn't quite get its hooks like super into me. But like I'm still excited to see it, and John Cena is going to be very interesting, I feel like, in this movie.
Yeah, like the fact that he's Vin Diesel's brother too is just so It's literally. I was worried about how they were going to use. I was worried about how they were going to use John Cena in this movie, and as soon as they said that's his brother, that's Dom's brother, I was like, okay, I'm immediately in. I'm 100% sold.
Yep. Was it known that he was going to be the bad guy, or was it just kind of like assumed that whenever they get a new guy,
there's
Idris Elba always the bad guy?
There's a whole I mean, there's this for every popular culture thing, but there's a Fast and Furious Reddit and Twitter following. And they gossip about stuff, but I don't think anybody knew for 100% sure. But the speculation for a long time was they want to make John Cena the bad guy to make up for making Jason Statham a good guy or whatever, something like that.
Mm.
Or at least as good of a guy as he could be or whatever, compared to how he was.
Yeah. Because I fucking love him.
Yeah, no, he's great. The Rock also. But
yeah,
Christa said she was upset that The Rock's not in this one. I'm kind of happy that they're not just throwing him in every single one of them. Especially since
isn't it still part of
Right.
I
have no idea where this fits in because once you get to Tokyo Drift, that's when the timeline gets all crazy and they start hopping around in the timeline.
Well, I thought it was oh, this guy fucking behind us over here. I thought it was because aren't Vin Diesel and The Rock not speaking or something wild that?
They've been feuding off and on for quite a while over these movies, which is really unfortunate because I love them both so much.
Yeah, but I think that's why. I leveled up. Yeah, I think that's why Hobbs and Shaw was made. Was all right, he got to do his movie without him, and now, seeing that him and Jason Statham, solely because he was in Hobbs and Shaw, weren't in the trailer, it almost didn't surprise me. So I was like, oh yeah,
yeah,
this is the two halves of Fast 9 was their movie, and now this the main line movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And also Han, which I didn't even think it was him.
Well, it's they confused us because, you said, there was the one Asian guy earlier in the trailer, and I was trying to figure out who he was, and then at the end, my parents came over after I got back dealing with my car stuff today, and I hadn't seen the trailer yet, so I was like, do you guys mind if I put this on the TV and watch it? And so my parents haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie probably since Tokyo Drift, so they were super confused. Because, the last thing they saw was, Han dies. And so, how could they possibly be bringing this motherfucker back? I talked to Ben about it. Ben's first thing was, and I don't know if he was joking or not, but he was like, clones?
Oh my god, I was about to say, oh, he's like a cyborg now. He got the Idris Elba technology.
They're gonna come up with the dumbest fucking possible way, he has a twin or something. They're gonna come up with the dumbest
it was never him.
Way. It was never him to begin with, the real Han. Why am I not crouching? What the fuck? I was trying to crouch,
God.
It just wouldn't let me crouch.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna heal up and I'm gonna make a run for it.
I'm gonna see if I can crawl up there to you.
Yeah, if you can crawl back to the back, your right of that desk, because this motherfucker's running up for the kill fucking coup de grace.
TJ said definitely takes San Andreas graphics with a grain of salt 14 years later, yeah. And Christa says, OMG, Han is totally alive and I don't know how.
Yep.
I don't think anybody does. I don't even think the people that are making the movie know yet. I think that they're still figuring it out.
Han probably got the call and he's like, what? Alright, fuck, I'll take the paycheck. Yeah, I'll come back.
I loved what you said earlier, though, before we started the stream. You were like, they're going to bring Paul Walker back to life in real life at this point.
Yeah, that's going to be their big... How can we step it up in fucking Fast 10?
I told you already earlier, but the best joke I've heard thus far is Fast 10 should be called Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. I just think that's the funniest fucking thing in the world. To be clear, if you guys didn't watch our action movie list, or if you didn't watch our favorite movies of all time, haven't heard us talk about our favorite movies of all time, the Fast and Furious franchise is literally my favorite action movie franchise of all time. Full stop.
Oh yeah.
Has been since I was a kid. And I'm literally on board. If they want to go to space, if they want to take this to another planet, if they want to start dealing with clones, artificial intelligence, if they want to make a sci-fi Fast and Furious movie. Yeah. They're 9 movies deep in this motherfucker. Let them just start having fun. They've been doing it, but let's just let them get fully ridiculous at this point.
Space, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They have to fucking go to space by the time they're done.
They have to. They have to.
They've done everything else.
Yes, they've literally
done or like else. I said before too, go back in time to where it's fucking horse and buggy, and that's the badass shit. They're
that would be
jumping a horse and buggy off a fucking cliff, and the horses just land
joke, but there would be a sick ass scene of them skidding that horse and buggy off the side of a cliff and hanging on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
It's just two horses and the Rock pulling this fucking thing.
Can you imagine if they had to pull off a space heist somehow? Just imagine.
Oh my god.
Imagine that.
We gotta fucking steal the lunar rover.
We have to steal the moon.
It's Jason Statham. We're fucking stealing the moon in this one.
Alex, where are these impressions coming from? They're so good.
What did you say, Tim? She said that was Michael Caine. It's a megalodon. It's a megalodon. They gotta be rougher with it, that's what it is.
Is that from the Meg?
Yeah, such a good fucking movie.
I literally have not seen it yet, and I don't know how. I need to see it.
Oh my god, I have it on Blu-ray. I'll let you borrow it at some point. It's such a good, fun, like, dumb movie. It's so good.
It was on HBO at some point. Yeah, I love shark movies. Like, Jaws is one of my favorites. I like the dumb shark movies, too.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I remember I saw Deep Blue Sea when I was little, and I was like, oh fuck. What is happening here?
These jammers?
What are these pulses?
It's fucking me up on a spiritual level.
What's fucking you up on a spiritual level?
This EMP jammer. It's messing with me.
Oh, I know. I'm like, what's happening? Oh, yeah, Batty just opened up on the right. How is my fucking thing not back? Okay. This bitch takes so long to spawn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think eventually you can like level it up or something to like decrease that time.
Okay. Destroy the jammers. Okay. Did you just have to shoot them or?
Your dad said the Meg 1 question, who the hell swims next to a bleeding dead shark?
Jason Statham.
And then TJ said AB issued an apology, must be a day that ends in Y.
Tiff, not every British man's Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
Jason Statham. Oh, Michael Caine. I guess they are kind of close.
So
now Tiff's got me. I have to workshop that one, I guess.
Okay, alright.
I gotta watch highlights of him doing shit.
It's weird that now she's all of a sudden become a critic now of your impressions.
Yep. Just gotta help me perfect my craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason, you gotta be gruff.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
It's so good. Christa says, I'm so down for a space heist and for the Rock to say Daddy has to go to space.
Daddy.
That's the greatest line in cinema history.
Yeah.
The Rock says Daddy has to go to work as he flexes his way out of an arm cast.
I broke my arm 5 seconds ago, but I'm not fucking.
Alright, where's these fucking jammers? There's like a timer counting down. Where the fuck are they?
There's only one left, apparently. The little. Okay, it's downstairs.
Okay.
It's that orange, like, arrow pointing down.
Alright, we gotta destroy it somehow. We have to steal the Declaration
of
Independence.
Here we go. I found it. We're good.
Thank fuck.
Yeah. I don't remember what movie I used to watch that had a Crank trailer, but Jason Statham saying, "Today's the day I die." I'm getting hit it myself. It seared into my brain.
The fact, have you seen Crank?
I don't think so.
Oh, bud. It's... If you like Jason Statham, you owe it to yourself.
Honestly, the Fast movies were what got me into it, but I was like, oh, he's just like a driver in everything he does.
No, he literally, in Crank, like, if his heart stops, he dies. He has to keep his heart rate.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
Like, his heart has to keep beating at a certain rate. So, literally fucks his, like, girlfriend or wife or something in the middle of the street. Like,
that's right.
Rush. It just, oh my god. And the second one's even more ridiculous somehow. It's so fucking wild to me.
Oh, we got a boss over here. Just, oh god! Melting me, Jesus.
Turret out on him, and drone activated, I think. Or no, yeah, there we go.
Got a grenade on him, I think. God, he's got so much armor.
I'm gonna throw a grenade right at him while he's right here.
Games like,
oh, what the fuck?
Did you just crash out too?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Wow.
Wow.
Electromagnetic.
Wow. Wow.
Take them out before the mast is destroyed.
We had to do all that again?
Yep. Wow. Ubisoft, fix your fucking game.
Oh my fucking god.
Yep, here we go again.
Well.
Agent, you've got to stop Wade. We need that radio mast.
Alright, where's the second one at? I don't think I ever found out where the second one's at. Is it over here somewhere?
Yeah, there's one on the right, and then there's the one downstairs, yeah.
Okay.
This is the one that starts like right in front of us. Jesus Christ, that's so fucking dumb.
Oh man, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was you.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of a guy named Schiefer Bates?
No, I don't think so.
I think he's mostly a YouTuber, but he has a lot of videos on Facebook. He's a British guy who's really fucking good at impressions. Like, he's incredible. His Gordon Ramsay and Jon Snow are absolutely perfect. He's like done prank calls to like lumber shops.
Yeah.
in England as Jon Snow, wanting like, I need 10,000 pounds of ice sent up north to the wall. And he's like, what? Like, what do you want? Castle Black. I'll send a raven for the receipts. And these guys are like, oh, fuck off, mate. And he'll just keep calling and be like, listen, you bastard. I don't appreciate you hanging up on me. I gotta buy the supplies. And these guys are like, listen, I'll fucking call the cops on you, you fucking... They just get so mad.
Where's the third one at now? Is it marked? Is that orange marker?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck, there's guys. Okay.
His Gordon Ramsay's really good too, though. Like, I never noticed that he says okay a lot. He'll be like, okay?
Okay.
Like in the middle of saying things. And he just has his tone down, like, so well.
The radio mast can't take another hit.
Yeah, I'll find one of... Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god, I don't know how I got out of that. Oh fuck, Wade's here again. Oh, he's right by me! Oh no! Do I have my thing? Thank god.
Okay, I put my drone out.
Alright, I'm about to... There we go. No! You fucking... Gotta keep him there. He literally ran away the second I threw it. You fucking dickbag. That sucks. I could throw it and like get it back, and it still takes 30 fucking seconds to come back. Just throwing all my fucking grenades at this piece of shit. He's like diving out of the way. Like he's really smart. It's pissing me off.
Yep. One thing I learned tonight that I didn't know was that if you're behind cover and you just tap R1, you can deploy your turret right on top
like on the
of
wall.
whatever thing. Yeah. I didn't know that. I always thought you had to like place it on the ground. Okay, he's dead now, so we just gotta kill this other guy.
Hey, look at that. The game didn't break.
Hell yeah.
They're your target.
Oh! I don't know how.
Alright, the facility is ours.
You made it out of that one with the skin of your teeth.
God damn it, Alex Howe. It's a pretty decent Jon Snow. Still getting shit in your throat? God damn, that sucks. That has been like literally like 2 months.
Yeah.
Come back to the base and we'll set you up. Here's some footage of General Ridgeway for you to take a look at.
I feel like Jon Snow's a pretty... Like, Schiefer Bates is fucking spot on.
Yeah.
But, I feel like his is like an easier one to get down on.
Where the fuck
You just gotta sound like this. Just drag out your words.
Drag out your words.
I'll have to find one of those.
Christa's dying upstairs currently, I want you to know.
Schiefer Bates has got to be a good... Oh my god, 80... Okay. This video has 85 of his impressions. His Jorah is fucking perfect, too. He's talking about his, his fucking... what was that shit called that he had on his skin?
Oh,
Grayscale?
Yeah, yep.
And he's like explaining to Daenerys what it is. He's like, it's just a bad case of dermatitis, Khaleesi. He's like, it's just dry skin, Khaleesi. Like, don't worry about it. It's not that bad.
Where the fuck
King
do we
of the
go to
friend
leave
zone.
here?
I don't know. Is there a marker? Okay, I think it's downstairs.
Okay.
Is there a way to go down here? Yeah, he has so many. His Rick Grimes is really good.
Nope.
Where the fuck is this a door that we can walk out of?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think we have to go back out the way we came.
Okay. I'm a busted. I keep thinking of that video of him calling the guys. I'm gonna need 10,000 pounds of ice. I'm rebuilding the wall. I don't trust you southern folk. I'll come get it myself. Call! No, 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 no. Fucking Andrew Lincoln.
She's dying. She's literally upstairs dying. She's howling with laughter. She's just yelling now. She's like, it's so funny! I can hear her. I have the game and you turned up pretty loud. I can hear her perfectly. She's losing her fucking mind up there, having a fucking party.
Oh my god, it's so great. Oh man.
I hear her pound on the desk occasionally.
King of the North. Oh god, Donald Trump. Okay, listen. I just have to say that I have the best impressions of all time. Okay. No one knows more about space than me, okay? Fast 10, they're gonna use my Space Force. It's just gonna be incredible.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
They're gonna take me to the moon. I'm gonna be the president of the moon. It's gonna be the best presidency the moon has ever seen.
Yeah.
I assure you.
I think the aliens will get along. They've got green skin. I've got orange skin. I think we'll really bond over our fucked up skin. It'll be great.
The aliens are also made of Cheetos. Krista's literally just fucking having the time of her life laughing right now.
TJ, that fucking
Yeah,
the best. But what was I saying?
What was I saying? Yeah. Oh shit, that's so funny. Alright, well, we got time for one more short activity here. What do you say we make our way back and... Did we claim this safe house? The one that's grayed out up here? I guess we did already. This federal...
The 1040?
1040, yeah, it looks like we claimed that one already. So grayed
I
them
can't
out.
tell if they're...
But
okay.
it's not letting me fast travel to it. It says fast travel point locked. For some reason. Wonder why it says that.
Do they have to be orange for us to have them?
I don't know. Yeah, because it's letting us fast travel to the orange ones, so have we...
Maybe we haven't got it then.
Okay. Yeah. Put a marker down.
Yeah,
so
we'll run there.
We'll head towards it here.
Oh man, that's so fucking funny.
No one knows more about impressions than me, trust me.
Trust me. If I had any hope for stand-up comedy, I think it would just be me just lock myself in a room and just keep working on these
There's great
impressions.
people on both sides. The Rock, Vin Diesel, both great people.
Yes. It's tremendous. Tremendous.
It's tremendous. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
God, I hate that motherfucker so
Oh
much.
god, the worst fucking person in the fucking world.
Oh.
How you can support that man in good conscience is beyond me. At this
It's
point,
so bad.
he's such a fucking idiot.
Like, it's not even... I mean,
It'd be different if he was just an
is
idiot,
a political
like,
thing.
if he was like a lovable idiot at least, or if like he wasn't like a dangerous, legitimately shitty human being, then sure. But, like, even the novelty of doing the impressions wore off pretty quickly once I realized the damage he's actually doing to our whole fucking country.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, it just gets to a point where it's like, you just listen to him for 30 seconds, you're like, this guy's dumb as fuck. Like, he shouldn't be leading our country.
Yeah, he shouldn't be leading a fucking garbage can down the road towards the dumpster, much less our country. I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
That motherfucker can't direct his piss into a toilet bowl. He shouldn't be directing the country, you know what I mean?
Oh, he directs piss on the fucking Russian hooker, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
Oh my god. Oh god, I was trying to like angle the thing. Okay, that was just kind of cool. I shot and killed that guy like shooting
down.
by.
I hate these motherfuckers that lay down.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Christa makes a very valid point in the chat.
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Yep.
Now I'm just gonna try to think of new voices that will just make Christa do like, ah! That's all I'm picturing. She's not even laughing, just ah!
She's just screaming like in happiness.
Civilians in danger.
Civilians in danger. Where are they at? Let's see. What's this question mark over here? I forget what these question marks are. Oh, public execution. Okay, let's see if we can sneak up on these motherfuckers here.
Hell yeah. Let me see. We're gonna do a pulse. Ooh, we got a lot of baddies. Okay, I think I'm gonna throw like directly in front of me. I'm gonna drop the flamethrower. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna toss a grenade as soon as you throw it. I'm gonna throw it like right in the middle of them. So let me know.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, throwing. I'm gonna move to this wall.
All right, my sniper turret's up as well.
Oh hell yeah! They're not even paying attention to me on the side over here.
Yeah.
They're just fucking running for their lives. I do like that you can like suppress them back. Like you really can like move up on them because they just take the fuck off.
Yeah, it's crazy because like it's not like the enemies were dumb in the first game, but like they made them very, very intelligent at times in this game. Like their flanking ability is unreal.
Right.
Fuck.
Obama, I would die. Oh fuck. It's been so long since I've heard Obama talk. I don't think I could do. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to like think of something to say.
One of my, if you could do George W. Bush, I have the perfect quote you could say from him. One of my favorite things I've ever heard any person say was in one quote he said, "Where dreams take wing."
Where dreams take wing.
Oh my god! So good!
You remember Frank Caliendo? He had the fucking best George Bush of all time.
Best. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it was incredible.
He was so good.
Yeah.
Was he on Mad TV before he, like, is that how he got famous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, his John Madden. I'm John Madden here, the quick pop popcorn popper. You just plug it in.
Acting.
Boom!
Boom! Tough acting to acting.
Yeah. Boom! Hit him with tough acting to acting. Hi, I'm John Madden here with the quick pop popcorn popper. How does it work, John? It's simple, friend. You just plug it in, open up the butter packet. Can't get the butter packet open.
Did you just have a stroke?
Yeah, that's what John Madden. He's like, it was like me laughing. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
You see how
is that the quarterback. TJ Families is where dreams take wing?
That's the dumbest thing! Frank Caliendo had a bit too that was so true. Like, he'd say some dumb shit like, families is where dreams take wing. And he'd have this, like, fucking shit-eating where he was like, he just said the smartest shit of all time. Like, he was so proud of himself. Oh my god.
Have you ever heard of a comedian named Mike Birbiglia? Because he does a really good
Yes. I love Mike Birbiglia. He does the Bush?
Yeah, he doesn't. He on one of his older CDs, he's like, you couldn't shoot George W. Bush because he would just talk you out of it. He'd be like, you probably thought you shot me.
Families is where our nation find hopes, where dreams take wing, where wings take dream.
Amazing.
Holy, where dreams take wing.
You probably thought you shot me. Shoot me once. Shame on you. Shoot me twice. You can't shoot the shooter.
You can't shoot the shooter.
My favorite Mike Birbiglia thing of all time is when he was talking about his I can't remember, it's like his brother's cats being gay or something. Have you ever heard that one? He's like I think it's his cats. He's like, I think my cats are gay because they're always licking each other and spooning in the window and criticizing the way I dress. Oh, Mike Birbiglia is so great. There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, it says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again.
You can't get fooled again.
Oh, I'm trying to think of an Obama thing to attempt to say. I don't think I've ever tried to do Obama.
My fellow Americans.
I was just about to say, it fucking has to start with my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans, we are facing some good troubles in our country. As a nation, we need to stand up together to battle the terrorists.
Stand up against the war on terror. And it starts here in the streets of Detroit. We have to solve the
Yes, it's really good. It's all the hand motions too. Like you gotta have like the thumb up and everything. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. And yes, we will solve the water problem in Flint.
Jordan Peele's is so fucking good with the like
Hey, don't get me wrong though. I do this impression out of love because Obama's my favorite president. So just putting that out there. I do it out of love.
The fucking coolest dude that's ever been in that office.
George W. Bush was an absolute fucking idiot, but he wasn't nearly as damaging as Trump is. And honestly,
exactly, yeah.
And he was like almost like a lovable idiot in some ways, even though.
What's this guy doing?
What the fuck is happening? We're shooting him. He's not taking damage.
He's just loving every second.
Oh, he's running out now.
Hey, like this. Wow, and he ran by it. That was weird. Best speaking president we've had in a while, including Alex.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh my god.
So fucking funny.
That's so yeah, laughed so hard the last. Where dreams take wing.
That's
the dumbest shit.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, but it's so funny.
He misunderestimated me. I remember that one too. Holy fuck. I had like a book of like dumb shit that politicians have said, and half the damn book was George Bush quotes. I don't remember what it said.
Absolutely.
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful.
How dumb is it that whenever we complete missions, it grays them out, but when we haven't captured a home base yet, it's grayed out also? Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Did you hit level 8 or did you hit level 7?
I hit level 7.
Okay,
you got ahead of me from something, yeah.
Somehow I got a little bit ahead of you. Alright,
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
What a fucking
so
idiot.
much like you know what he's trying to say, but he just fucking can't do it.
It's clearly a budget. It's got lots of numbers in it.
You're so fucking good.
It's so stupid. What a person he is.
Popcorn popper. I'm finding that video too. It's fucking.
Rico.
Yes. Football is 80% mental and 40% physical.
I reads every chance I can get.
I reads. John Madden.
It has come to my attention that air pollution is polluting the air. Fuck me.
I'm throwing all these fucking gems in here. My job is a decision-making job, and as a result, I make a lot of decisions.
God damn.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna
Fellow
call
Americans.
it. We're gonna call it there for the night, folks. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in and watched.
Holy fuck.
If you're watching this later on the archive on the Adjective Noun Gaming YouTube channel, if you have any of your favorite athletes that you want to share to add to our list that we did earlier, please always feel free to do that. You can leave.
If you want impressions for me to try to figure out, let me know.
If you have any new suggestions for impressions for Alex to do, we're always open for that as well. We're doing Division Dudes next Friday again, as far as I know, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I think the week after that we won't, because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right.
Tiff and I'll probably go out to dinner and stuff.
We have to take Luna to the vet that day anyway, too.
Okay.
Which, yeah. But anyway, so yeah. Division Dudes next Friday, and then we'll kind of reevaluate things, like if we want to go back to Border Boys, if we want to do something else. But I'm enjoying playing the Division, but I won't, if you want to switch back to Borderlands for a while, we can do that. We'll talk about it when we get closer to the time, but...
yeah.
So for now, same time, same place next Friday. Catch the Division Dudes, 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, I'm Josh. This has been Alex from Swirly Games. Please go check out Swirly Games on YouTube and Twitter. Please, God. He's doing some
thank you.
super good stuff. He's doing Sneaky Games currently, where he's playing through all the Sly Cooper games. He just finished Spooky Games last year, where he played through all of Luigi's Mansion 3, which personally, I still want to play it, but, you saved me from having to play it, basically, because I got to watch,
Hell yeah.
I got to watch you play it.
What list are we going to to do?
Yeah, we didn't decide that. If we don't decide it right now, we can think about it, take the week to think about it. So, of course, as always, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Give us any list suggestions in the chat now or, on one of our social media if you think of anything. I don't know. What
I'm trying to think what we haven't done in a while. We could do... What if we did... We've done bands. What if we did, solo artists? Maybe not necessarily, rappers.
So, we're thinking of,
it could be
rappers
anything.
Or, Michael Jackson or, pop stars or something like that.
Yeah, or, some, acoustic guy or something like that.
This quote's my favorite that TJ's put in the chat. It will take time to restore chaos. Holy shit. There are cameras nowadays that have been developed to tell the difference between a squirrel and a bomb. In my sentences, I go where no man has gone before. That's for goddamn sure, George W. I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
What the fuck?
TJ, you're blowing my mind. The Dreams Take William was the only one that I ever knew about. See, in my line of work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda.
What does that even mean?
It literally, all of it means nothing. But
not a damn thing.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, these quotes mean nothing, but they are everything. If this channel means anything to you, if you haven't done so already, give us a subscription on YouTube, on Twitch, on Mixer. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Archive for this will be up by the end of the weekend. Christa's got some new 100 Baby Challenge stuff coming out. I might have some new stuff soon if I can free up the boys to do some recordings. Alex and I are going to be playing around with Mario Maker in the near future for a recording, so you guys can look forward to that. Families is where our nation finds hope, where wings take dream. Teach a child to read, and he or she will pass a literary
goat. I was just about to say that.
The goat. That's the greatest right there.
I'm going to get that tattooed across my fucking forehead.
Honestly, get it tattooed down my rib cage. All right. Well, thanks to everybody being in the chat. Thanks to TJ for all the George W. Bush quotes. Thanks to Alex's dad for the list. Thanks to Alex, as always, for making the list and doing the stream with me.
Hell yeah, man. This is a fun one.
I'm going to go watch this Lakers game. You guys take care. Like I said, drop us a subscription or a follow on the social media if you haven't already. Same time, same place. More Division Dudes next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you guys next time.